So here I am painting again. I wanted to do a portrait because I haven't done a portrait in a while, and I've never done one like digitally before. So I did a self-portrait. Um, that selfie is going to be in frame for the whole video. So sorry for having to stare at my greasy face the whole time. But I don't know. I like doing self-portraits or just portraits in general. When people are kind of like gross looking, I think it's more fun that way. Like, I have pimples, I'm like all scraggly because I haven't shaved. My skin's all greasy, it's got like a sheen to it. My hair is a mess. But I think that's fun. It's authentic and it's interesting visually. So it's just the vibe. I did this painting in canvas mode, which uh, it gets kind of cluttered with like the UI and stuff. So I found that I enjoyed it, and I kind of had to like really commit and like remember like all the keyboard shortcuts, and I think I did okay. It was really nice. So I'm just blocking in to start. Uh, I have a tendency to like go like start with like a sketch, and I'm trying to break out of that habit and like start loose, but obviously it didn't work out because I blocked it in and then I immediately tried to render like my eye, and that was like a bad move from the get-go. So, yeah, I kind of went through like three phases with this, which you'll see later on. But this is just me trying to like clean up this mess. Um, it was very frustrating. That's the hard part with like trying to like stay loose is that like you automatically want to get like all these details in, and I have no patience, so I can't like build up like from big shapes to smaller shapes. I just go from big shapes to like all these like fine lines, like right here with this mouth. Like that's way too soon to try and do that because like the mouth is dependent on like the angle of the nose, and I don't even have the nose right yet, and I'm moving shit around. So yeah, it's just a tough a tough thing to like learn. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So right here, my tablet got stuck on like panning because like I switched between like my mouse and my tablet, and it was a headache. But I finally had to like unplug my tablet and like replug it in, and it like broke like out of it. So that's kind of an issue. Technical difficulties, I guess. Anyway, this mouth sucked. It kind of like protrudes, and I could not like figure it out because it looked too flat, so that really like made me angry. And eventually, I just kind of like gave up and took a break. What am I doing here? Yeah, I'm trying to do the eyes. Like it's way too early to do the eyes. So I do all this like blocking in, and then I try and sketch on top of it, and it just got like all muddy and like illegible, and I didn't really know where I was at, like in the painting. Another issue is that like I went hard on this highlight color, and it's like a bad color to like try and sketch with because it's so light. There's like barely any differentiation. So yeah, this was just yucky. I hated it. So I took a break, and then yeah, I came back and I decided to just do like a sketch on top of this because I kind of already had like the base proportions kind of mapped out a little bit, so I thought, why not use that and like try and do a better job of like placing things, which is cool with like digital art. You can like have different layers. I don't really do like multiple layers. I kind of like try and work on one layer when I paint and sketch and stuff because it's similar to like drawing traditionally. You just like layer and erase and yada yada, and I still enjoy that. It like mimics the feeling of traditional art, but it's digital. But I do like being able to like try one thing. It doesn't pan out, so I just throw something on top of it and like kind of use the my past mistakes as like a guide, I guess, and I can go over and like see where something was off. I can like adjust it on top and like compare pretty easily between the layers. So I also took more time like rotating the image and stuff when I did the sketch, and that helped getting like different angles. My forehead was an issue. Yeah, I look like Jimmy Neutron in this. I hated this. I was like, oh my god. I look like a gremlin. It was bad. And my eyes are like bulging out of my skull. But, eventually I worked it out. So, yeah. So I'm just fine-tuning some stuff, moving a few things around. What's nice about having the reference image, like, directly next to the drawing is that I can, kind of just go from the reference image, draw like a line, and, I know exactly where something goes. This mouth, man. Oh my god, look at how bad that is. I still struggle doing mouths. They're hard, and I never remember that, like, the cupid's bow in your lip follows, like, the tip of your nose. I always want to push it back or something. So I think, yeah, that's what I did. I drew that line to try and, like, fix it, but even then I was like, whatever, it still looks bad. But, you know, it's just a under sketch for the painting. So, yeah. I liked it better than the previous attempt, but I still wasn't crazy about it. Um, so I tried doing this shading a little bit to like bridge some gaps and make sense of things, but it still wasn't great. But I got like a little bit of like a value structure down, which helped me later on when I went to go paint on top of this. So, yeah, the whole bottom half of my face was screwed up. So, I started painting on top of this, and I went right into like the detail, you'll see in a second. I was doing all these different colors and values, and I was like, okay. I'm like repeating the same mistake I did before, and I tried blocking everything in. So, I quickly shifted gears and restarted here in a moment. So, I started recording a little bit late in the game with this part, but you can tell like it was looser, and I just wanted to do like the basic shapes. And that helped a lot. Because I had like the underlying sketch to kind of like pave the way, and once I had that, I could just be loose on top of it, because I sort of knew where stuff went. Um, yeah. Now, I'm still kind of iffy on painting in this, especially with like a face, where there's like a lot of like quote-unquote blending. The thing I've kind of noticed about digital art is that when you paint traditionally, you're like moving material around. And so you can kind of like shove paint around and like make it blend together like physically. But with digital art, it's not like that. It's all flat and 2D, and there's no material. So it looks like you're painting, but really you're just kind of drawing because of like the flatness of it. And even when you blend, like, I use a glazing brush from the brush pack that I use, that I downloaded. Uh, that's still drawing, it's just the properties of the brush are diffusing the colors and the marks underneath, but nothing, no material is being manipulated. It's just kind of like an optical illusion. So, I'm slowly learning how to adapt it to digital art. Um, Yeah, it's a lot of like opacity settings and brush pressure and yada yada. Viewpoint. When you're painting traditionally, it's a good idea to flip your canvas or paper around or hold it up to a mirror. And with digital art, it's really easy just to mirror it. In Krita, you just press M, and I've been doing that a lot recently. So yeah, this mouth, uh, I'm just trying to shade it and stuff. Yeah, mouths are difficult. They really, really are. There's a lot of like overlap and like fine value shifts and stuff. And it's tough. I've never really had a problem with noses. I think because I like my nose a lot, it's like weird looking, and so I pay a lot of attention to it. I've been told I actually exaggerate it, which, like, in every self-portrait I do, my nose is like huge. But it's just fun to me. But mouths are a whole other story. I hate them. So yeah, I'm just getting the basic forehead in and kind of just wrapping up the little bit that I do have here. For the most part, I'd say I did alright. I need to push back like the eye sockets. My eyes are kind of sunken in. I need to just go in deeper with like smaller details now. Because I've got enough built up where I can do that. At this point I was kind of tired, so I just said whatever to the ear. And I was like, okay, that's there, I guess. Um, but yeah, this was a fun little exercise, and I'm excited to uh, finish it out. So, yeah, and this is it. All zoomed in so you can see the brush strokes. Peace.